Ladies and gentlemen, we made it through 2023. How does that feel? How does that feel, y'all? Hey, for better or for worse, we made it through that thing. Now we're in 2024. Let's have another kick-ass year. Now, I'll tell y'all, I had a shitty 2023 up until halfway through it. So this is me saying that you can turn any bad year around one step at a time, dog. And I'm telling you, bro, shit, somebody said you can change your entire life the way you live in 2 years, for better or for worse. It's really easy. Everybody sees how you could destroy your life in 2 years, but nobody really talks about how you could elevate yourself in 1 to 2 years. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm on the damn grind to that shit right here. I'm on the grind to the upward level of change. You feel me? And it's true. You don't need to be working a decade and figuring shit out for a decade to win. Even though if that's the case, that's the case. Figure that shit out and win. You know what I mean? Shit. Anyways, people, we're back. Just had a little motivation, inspiration I felt like saying for a minute. These are all this is a collage of videos today because we're looking for our next big thing, our next big topic, you know what I mean? And what better than to go through the Hall of Fame itself, the Hall of Fame of assholes. These people are arguably worse than Darrell Brooks. So we're going to go ahead and check these things out. I hope you guys have your popcorn, your just all the things y'all need. I got the orange juice. And I got a little shum on the side of herbal essence, if you guys know what I mean. Let's go ahead, check this thing out.
Welcome to Volusia County Courthouse in Florida. This is the pretrial hearing of Alan McCarty, who is charged with making death threats against a judge who he mistakenly believes abducted his children in a custody case 14 months ago. The hearing started on a wild note, with the defendant flipping the finger at the judge and refusing to answer. "I'm not under oath," the defendant kept repeating. The hilarious thing about this case is, this isn't even the judge who allegedly took the kids. This innocent judge is under fire for an imaginary crime another judge committed, and the back and forth continues.
Bro look like Tuco. This man looked like Tuco. You guys know who Tuco is? Hold on, let me actually sidetrack the video for a minute. This is Tuco right here from Breaking Bad. Yeah, bro look like Tuco. You know what Tuco like to do? Tuco like to smoke meth too. So yeah, bro might be a tweaker. Bro might be a little lightweight tweaker. You feel me? Shit. The sudden bursts of anger you're about to witness right now, shit crazy. Tuco.
Under fire for an imaginary crime another judge committed, and the back and forth continues.
We need to get his uncle, bro. Where's Tuco's uncle to keep this man under wraps? This man is losing his shit, bro. Look at his veins in his neck. Shit.
Do you want to suck my?
I'd prefer not to, sir.
Well, you got a mouth for it.
Wow.
Can I get some more, please? I got a lot more cussing to do. I need to wet my mouth.
Do you want to be here when the jury's here?
What the do you think?
I don't know. I need you to answer.
McCarty is dragged out of the court and sentenced to 20 years in a Florida state prison.
Wait, why did he get 20 years for death threats? You could get 20 years for threatening people, bro? I didn't know you could get 20 years just for threatening a motherfucker. Damn. He must have did something else. That shit is crazy.
Dragged out of the court and sentenced to 20 years in a Florida state prison. Up next, we're at Berea, Ohio, for the probation hearing of 18-year-old William Demopoulos, who's serving probation for criminal damaging, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and obstructing justice. The probation hearing is off to a rocky start, as Judge Chris Green requests William to hand off his phone to his probation officer. The defendant refuses, and is even willing to give up his freedom for his cell phone. The judge explains why he must obey the rules.
When you are on probation, your probation officer has a right to take anything they want to take of yours. If they want to search your phone, they search your phone. The problem is, you don't want to play by anybody's rules. You want to play by your own rules. It's not like that.
The judge asks the officers to place the defendant in handcuffs, and with deputies closing in on him, William only saw one way out, and he took it.
This motherfucker. Okay, all right. You got some shit on your phone that's incriminating, right? You think that it's over with, game over, right? Smash that shit. You'll get what? An obstruction charge. Now you're over here fighting police officers in court. That shit is crazy, bro. I wouldn't say this guy is as bad as Darrell Brooks. He just scared. He just doing dumb shit. Like, you should have already deleted all that shit off your phone, family, to be 1,000 with you. Like, there shouldn't be no issue for you to get that phone away. By the time I get home off probation, I'm going to have my next iPhone with everything re-uploaded to it. That gave them a dummy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be smart with this shit, guys. Listen, the world out here, the world ain't here to help you. You got to learn how to fucking win, dog. Because nobody wants to fucking help you but you. Not even yourself want to help you. If you don't even want to help yourself, why the fuck would anybody else want to help you? You feel what I'm saying? The system is not out to help you. You got to figure that shit out for yourself, bro. You should. Use your head, guys. Use your head.
The officers immediately subdued him as he got off the table. The judge revokes his probation, charges him with resisting arrest, and sentences him to 40 days in jail.
Stupid.
We're at the Jefferson District Court for the bond hearing of Bryce Rhodes, who had been previously indicted on multiple charges, including shooting and killing a man.
Yeah, we recognize this one now, don't we, ladies and gentlemen?
And later killing 2 brothers because he feared they would tell the police about his involvement in the previous killing. Bryce Rhodes was wheeled into court today in restraints and a spit mask, but that didn't stop him from constantly interrupting and intimidating the judge.
Listen, stop talking. You have been...
God.
Are you done?
No, I'm done.
You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree. I'm going to keep talking because I don't want to have to see you back here for this.
What you think can't find out where you live at? What you think at? I don't about none of that. I ain't do.
As a result of this ordeal, Bryce Rhodes is hit with new charges of threatening in the 3rd degree and intimidating a participant in the legal process.
Yeah, he's a moron. We just finished Bryce Rhodes. Everybody go check out the Bryce Rhodes playlist. Yeah, just stupidity. Stupidity 101. Not gonna lie to you.
Still in Kentucky, but this time at the Bourbon County District Court, where 30-year-old Bass Webb has been charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. The judge decided to withdraw herself from the trial because she knew the 2 victims that the defendant almost killed. Little did she know that the defendant had a parting gift for her.
There's no way I'm going to try this case. I have any further proceedings where I have to see you for one further second.
If you're still bewildered, watch again slowly as he literally spits on the judge. Webb was charged and immediately escorted out. He was found guilty of 3rd-degree assault and was...
Damn, look at that shit. He spit on her. That's a new level, bro. That's a new level of I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You're spitting on basically God right now. This person has your life in their hands. That's God. And you're going to spit on them? Okay.
This case, I have any further proceedings where I have to see you for one further second.
If you're still bewildered, watch again slowly as he literally spits on the judge. Webb was charged and immediately escorted out. He was found guilty of 3rd-degree assault and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. We're back again at the Berea Municipal Court, where 21-year-old Milton Watts turned himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest after failing to attend his hearing for a domestic violence charge. Milton Watts came to the courtroom without an attorney, hoping he could represent himself without any knowledge of the law. Our favorite judge, Chris Green, decided to throw him a bone and ask him if he knows what a bond is.
Don't really give a to be honest with you.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt, $5,000 cash surety bond, temporary, subject to the temporary protection order.
Watts had already dug himself a hole worth $5,000 and 30 days in jail, but he still digs deeper.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 180. That's 306.
I'm working at McDonald's. Now I gotta come here and my life up. You.
Melvin, stop.
How many days you want to give me now? Are you Sir County?
Yeah, I'm at about a year right now in contempt, so.
Despite Judge Green culminating in...
Man, he's not going to get no year. That's the judge in his fucking feelings. That's the judge in his panties. Get the fuck out of here. He's not going to get no year on contempt. That's insane.
360 days in the heat of the incident, he eventually settled on a 90-day sentence for Milton.
Exactly. He called his bluff. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Straight up, my boy. Straight up, Milton Watts. Yeah, suck my dick. Give me 200 years now. Crazy. The judge could never give you that much time. A year in contempt, you're insane, bro. Judge was in his feelings. Get out your feelings, bro. This is why I'm scared of the justice system, because you got men like this on the stand who can't hear "fuck you," feel like they have all these credentials, so they have the right to give you a year in jail because he cursed in court. Nah, bro. And they said he reviewed it and lessened it. He didn't review shit. Somebody came to him and said, you know you can't do that, right? You know the city, the family, the blah, 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 it's going to be a shitstorm, right? And he was forced to change that shit. A year for contempt. Man, I would have told him to suck my dick. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
At about a year right now in contempt, so.
Despite Judge Green culminating in 360 days in the heat of the incident, he eventually settled on a 90-day sentence for Milton.
Seriously. Fuck you. I'm on Milton. Milton over there was just having a little breakdown, and the judge decided to be an asshole. I'm on Milton's side.
Now to Jackson, Michigan, where a personal protection violation hearing is on against Jacob Larson. He is accused of sending unwanted advances on Facebook to a former high school acquaintance who previously filed a restraining order against him. It was this same judge that issued the restraining order to Jacob Larson 4 months ago.
You know what? I told you to leave her alone. And apparently that didn't get through loud and clear. So today, you're going to jail for 3 days. Okay. And the next time you violate it, you're going to jail for... You know what? You got a bad attitude. You had a bad attitude last time you were in court. Okay?
You and her are buddy-buddy. Y'all get along. Y'all are...
45 days county jail.
Wow.
Okay. 93 days in the county jail. You want to go for a year? Try it right now.
Clearly agitated by the defendant's defiance, he sends him to jail. But it doesn't end there. With the defendant refusing to be escorted out of the court, the judge steps in to subdue him. Larson is sentenced to 93 days in county jail.
Dude, what the fuck?
We're live at Wisconsin for the sentencing.
Hey, shout out your boy. This is the craziest trial in the history of trials, I ain't gonna lie.
Of this man, Darrell Brooks, who has been convicted of killing 6 people and injuring a dozen others after he drove his SUV at speeds of 39 miles per hour into a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
He plowed through 68 different people. He kept going until he got to the end.
During the trial, Brooks refused the right to an attorney and wanted to represent himself. In addition to this, he was removed from the court multiple times for interruptions and outbursts, and his outbursts reached its peak thanks to a very petty reason: the pronunciation of the word defendant.
I would like to provide the defendant and the court.
So that had to be said. The defendant. I got one ear that work, and I heard that.
This is to benefit you,
so
that you understand
none
your
of this to benefit me.
With Brooks clearly tilted, he decides to have a stare down with the judge.
I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared.
The jury found Brooks guilty of all 76 charges.
76 damn charges. That shit is crazy, my guy. That is wild.
And was given 6 life sentences plus 700 additional years in prison. We're here for the arraignment of Jeremy Christian, who has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder after he stabbed and killed 2 men on a train and severely injured a third person. Now at the sentencing...
What is with his face, bro? You see a guy like this, you stay away from him, bro. Like, what is with his eyebrows? You see half-grown-in eyebrows like this, you already know he's a demon of some sort. His eyebrows don't even grow all the way through. What the fuck is going on? That shit is wild looking.
2 men on a train and severely injured a third person. Now at the sentencing, an impact statement is made by one of the relatives of the victims. And this is where Christian explodes.
Mr. Jeremy Christian, your mom should have swallowed you.
Whoa.
You are a waste of breath. And when you die and go to hell, I hope you rot.
See you there.
It worked. It got to her.
After Christian is escorted
that
out,
cut him deep. That his mom's a whore. that one cut him deep. There might be a little bit of truth in there.
the judge sentences him to 2 consecutive life terms with an additional 25 years for his other convictions. Next, we're at Las Vegas, Nevada for an arraignment hearing. Joshua Martinez has chosen to represent himself after he was charged with driving with a suspended driver's license. The defendant, apparently being well versed with the law, decides to ask the judge some questions and probe the legal details.
Okay, and is there a injured party or damage to property here?
It's charge brought by the city of Las Vegas, sir.
Okay, so the city's the victim in the case?
The city is the charging part.
So they're the victim.
The judge clearly had enough of the defendant trying to be clever.
I am in charge of this courtroom, and you're going to stop it.
We are in charge of the courtroom.
The judge decides to show him who's in charge and orders him to be removed.
It's direct contempt of court.
You are in contempt.
20 minutes later, he is brought back to apologize for direct contempt of court, but Martinez remains adamant. He was sentenced to 15 days in jail for contempt of court, and his original charge of driving without a license was later dismissed.
Damn, so he went to court. This dude went to court to get a contempt of court charge, and his original charge didn't even get placed. So he basically went to court he went and gained the charge to go serve, bro. Like, what type of shit is that? He should have just shut the fuck up. Like, come on, bro.
We're at Orlando, Florida today, where Dale Roy Greenman is in a bond hearing for theft charges. He allegedly strolled into a 7-Eleven store, took a pack of cigarettes, a big lighter, and a Gatorade. Then, as he was in front of the cashier about to pay, he simply walked out without paying a dime. Greenman had previously been charged with tampering with evidence in a separate case, which potentially elevates his current misdemeanor charge to a felony. On hearing this, Mr. Greenman immediately explodes and goes on a 30-second rant.
That's horse. You do whatever the you want.
Excuse me?
My name is Mr. Greenman. I'm the federal witness of the United States federal government. I demand some respect, you.
Oh, damn.
Let's get a jail for how long y'all did and figure out what you're doing.
All right, he can be removed once y'all get him out.
Now.
Greenman is ejected out of the courtroom and into custody, and his bond was quadrupled from $250 to $1,000.
They were like, yeah, we're not fucking with you.
Next, we head
They're
to...
like, yeah, we're not fucking with you. You called me the W word? I'm finna... Nah, I'm finna put your little bond to $1,000. You know he ain't got that $1,000. Your boy had to sit that one out.
Sanford, Florida, for the trial of Antonio Rosales, who was accused of dragging a 10-year-old into a wooded area and reportedly assaulting and raping her. When Assistant State Attorney Anna Valentini begun her closing arguments, out of nowhere, Rosales objected via a translator and also via his actions.
Oh shit, that's an objection, all right.
Irritated by being called a child molester, Rosales took his anger out on the innocent computer monitor. With the help of the deputies, Rosales is handled and disposed out of the court. The jury found Rosales guilty of all charges and sentences him to 3 life sentences.
Damn, my boy said, I object. See, he fucked that shit up. What the fuck?
Up next at the Racine County Circuit Court is the sentencing of Sean Riker, who was found guilty of about 16 crimes, including reckless endangerment and sexual assault of a child. Riker had already spent 12 years in a federal prison for detonating pipe bombs, and today he comes to court fully restrained and in a spit mask. But if you thought that...
Bro was making pipe bombs. That sounds actually sick, though. I always wanted to know how to make a pipe bomb, but, you know, the FBI will probably be like, yeah, let's go check on Buddy because he might be of concern. See, if I still lived out in Belize and shit like that, it's more unregulated. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can make bombs and all types of shit, blow shit up, shoot wild animals. Like, you know, it's just more free. Out here, you have to get licenses and fucking this and certificates and permits. And it's like, bruh, like, chill. Let us risk our lives, okay? It's our lives, dog. Like, chill.
Stop him. You are mistaken. He wastes no time and goes after Judge Wayne Merrick.
Idea, man? Huh? You got me looking like a clown?
You do look like a clown.
Stupid Merrick.
Riker was rolled out of the court by heavily armed officers and was sentenced to a whopping 200 years in prison. He tried to appeal the sentence, but was denied.
Damn.
Allow us to introduce 34-year-old rock musician from Florida, Timothy Demopoulos. He has been
bros from Florida, y'all. just keep that in your mind.
Charged with petty theft and damage to property after allegedly trying to steal nutritional supplements and damaging nearby property after he'd been caught. This rock star decides to put on a show for the court.
To pick up my scripts. They said it was a 45-minute wait for some reason. I'm walking around shopping. I go to the bathroom to take a piss and wash my hands, and the manager's in there waiting for me, thinking I'm shoplifting. I wasn't shoplifting anything.
No?
No. My first, second, third, fourth, 13th, 14th Amendment rights have been violated.
It looks like Demopoulos decided to start his drum solo, but ultimately, the courtroom concert is cut short, and Demopoulos is forcefully removed from the court. He later pled guilty to the petty theft charge and was ordered to pay $293.
That's hilarious. Some people really don't got nothing better to do, bro. You're in court acting a damn fool, bro. That shit... But the one thing I will say, I don't like judges, man. It's like, what makes you the fucking judge of, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously we need a system, I guess. But it's just like, what gives you the right to sit there and tell me this shit? I guess there's guidelines, okay? So we follow guidelines for certain things. But when you get into crimes like with like, how should I say, domestic things, not abuse, but just like domestic things, like stealing money and like maybe having a fight on the street or misdemeanors. It's like, Judge, what gives you the fucking right to sentence this person to like 3 years or 2 years? Like, man, that's a lot of time. But I don't know. That's just me.
This is Sher Flynn, a Florida native who has been charged with felony battery and resisting arrest with violence. She is being represented by a public defender, and from the very first question, things become heated.
But have you ever been treated for any mental health issues?
Why don't you yourself first?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
I said go yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a little busy right now.
The judge finds it funny at first, until...
F-51-426.
It's $5,000.
It's $5,000
and count 3 is $1,000. Have a nice day, ma'am. I'll try and get you into the hospital.
Lynn is ordered to pay a $50 fine and undergo a full psychiatric evaluation.
Yeah, I think she might have a few mental issues, guys. What do you think? She might have a few of them.
Next, we go to Wichita, Kansas for the sentencing of Michael Gaines, who has been convicted of battery against a police officer. The judge speaks to the defendant about his actions.
The words were that you deliberately were hawking up.
I didn't hawk up no saliva, okay? That's and you're gonna believe those lies. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't hawk up no saliva. You gonna believe a lie because they wearing uniform.
The judge attempts to restore some order.
Look at me.
It's like eating. You ain't gotta scream at me. You gonna raise your voice at me?
Oh my God.
Raise your voice at me, I raise my voice at you. You just in a row.
After
he's out here wilding, bro. Shit, he had her. I don't know what she was thinking. She was like, oh my God, he's telling. Whoa.
You gotta scream at me. You gonna raise your voice at me?
Oh my God.
Raise your voice at me, I raise my voice at you. You just in a row.
After all the insults hurled, Michael Gaines is gently escorted out of the room, and the judge sentences him to 13 years.
Damn, bro. That was some crazy
We're
shit.
headed out of the United States, and all the way down to
I ain't
Australia.
gonna lie, he probably would have got like 10 years if he didn't call her a bee in a robe. That shit is crazy. A bitch in a robe. That shit is wild. I know that stayed with her for a little while. Word on the street is it's still in her memories.
For the sentencing of 25-year-old Jesse Rose. The former aspiring rugby player was charged for reckless wounding and assault in a pub while he was drunk. Rose hurled his drinking glass and hit the head of a security guard. His attorney made a case for him, claiming he was a changed man with a steady job and living straight, but the judge wasn't going to allow a lenient ruling for such a serious assault. He was handed a 14-month sentence, and this was his response.
You want to fight? What?
Disgusted by the sentencing he received, Rose invokes his inner rugby player and kicks down the door. With things escalating, he decides to throw not one, but 2 chairs at the officers.
He wants to get 2 years, bro. Bro, I would have gave him 2 years. You got 14 months. And you're doing that shit, you're gonna get...
Enter the courtroom, subdue him, and escort him out of the court. For the ruckus caused today, he was handed an additional 8 months to his 14 months.
Told you. Fucking
We're headed to the Campbell County Court in Newport, Kentucky, where 34-year-old defendant Michael Hugenberg was charged with assaulting a Campbell County deputy. That is the defendant at the back, and he immediately gets up when jurors walk into the court. Hugenberg is initially held back by the officers, but he wasn't going to take no for an answer. That shrieking sound you heard was Hugenberg getting unforgivably tased. He was subsequently ejected from the court and slapped with another assault charge. He is found guilty, and combined with his original charge, he is sentenced to 12 years in prison.
Yeah, these guys don't have too much.
We're back again down under in Australia, where 35-year-old Daniel Nicholson has been out of bail awaiting trial for weapons charges. He's in court today to find out if the magistrate will allow him to remain out on pre-trial release.
I revoke bail. No, you can stop.
What's going on, Father?
Take a seat. Take the seat.
Miss, please, miss.
Please, miss. I'll tell you what, please, miss.
Realizing he's about to be locked up, Nicholson takes matters into his own hands and decides to bail himself out.
Bro said, I'm going home today. I don't know how y'all see it. Oh my.
He is eventually piled on by officers and hauled out of the court. He pled guilty to attempting to escape custody and recklessly causing harm to a prescribed emergency worker. He was sentenced to 21 months in prison and parole eligibility after 1 year. He was also to pay a $320 fine for the original gun charge.
That sucks. Getting a whole year for a gun charge, bro. That shit. Damn, bro. That sucks, dude. That's not fair.
Next, we're in Mount Michigan for the virtual arraignment of Isaiah Gardenhire. The 40-year-old was arrested after going on a 2-day crime spree and was charged with multiple offenses, including murder, home invasion, and sexual misconduct. As his long list of charges is being read, Isaiah decides to let out a big yawn. While the prosecutor was discussing the charges of the defendant, Isaiah spoke out and claimed his girlfriend should be the one getting charged.
Charge her with murder because she's the one who did it.
Later in the hearing, the defendant, although handcuffed, decides to flip a finger at the judge, not once, but twice. The hearing was ultimately cut short due to Isaiah's antics. He's currently being held on $3 million bond for about 12 criminal charges.
It's crazy how he could still get bond, though.
First up, we're at the Clark County Court in Ohio for the sentencing of 46-year-old Ohio native Ricky Hand, with a fondness for fluids. And I don't mean the good type. This man was seen flinging his excrements in the court of law. Hard to believe? Just keep watching. He'd already been indicted on 30 charges, including safecracking, breaking and entering, aggravated abduction, and robbery. Apparently...
Oh, he a jack boy from the get-go. All he do is steal shit. on a bigger level too. He'll pull up to your house and leave you with a fucking stub on the wall, not shit left. This is why you need the gun on you. Somebody break into your shit, 2 to the chest, bro. It's over with. Get your ass up out of here. Find you in the corner
Before
somewhere.
the sentencing, Ricky Hand thought he was going to be handed a 23-year sentence, but after hearing the ruling given by Judge Richard O'Neill, he had some things to get off his chest and out of his arm.
Did you just give me 40 years, sir? Yes. You just gave me 40 years. Well, guess what?
And shortly after, from his arm sling, out came a barrage of bodily fluids.
Oh my god. Oh shit. I backed up.
He'd been gathering his feces and urine in his jail cell for weeks leading up to the fecal fracas, and he kept it in his arm sling. He was immediately subdued by the court security, and his verdict of 40 years in prison still stands.
Damn, bro got 40 years and threw shit at the judge. That was the nastiest shit I've ever seen, bro. What type of shit is that? Oh, that's some nasty shit. That's some nasty work, ladies and gentlemen. That's nasty work. Anyways, people, I just wanted to switch it up for y'all. Throw something a little different. We're about to start a new trial soon. Man, you know, it's going to be a beautiful year, people. Everybody jump on the Instagram for sure. Send me the topics you guys want me to cover. Go check out the Patreon. I just posted 2 Patreon videos. All that shit, people. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.